If you bought a private condo in Singapore between 2013 to 2023, there's something on your floor plan that you paid full per square feet for, but you actually cannot really use it. It is the aircon ledge, that small concrete ledge outside your window where the compressor sits. From my own analysis for pre-2023 floor plans, the aircon ledge typically make up about 4 to 5% of the saleable area in a private condo unit. On a 1,000 square feet at $2,000 per square feet, that's roughly $80,000 to $100,000 you paid for a space that you cannot really actually use it. And all of that changed on the 1st of June 2023, where a new rule called harmonization took effect. But here's what most buyers and owners doesn't realize. This rule is now reshaping how new launches are priced, and it is quietly affecting the resale value of every condo that you obtain TOP between 2020 to 2024. So if you are a HDB upgrader, a buyer comparing new launches against resale, or an existing owner of a 2020 to 2024 TOP condo, this video is for you. A quick introduction for those who are new here. I'm Jay, an ex-licensed valuer turned property agent, and welcome to the channel. Before June 2023, URA, SLA, BCA, and SEDF, the 4 different government agencies in Singapore, measure the same condo unit using slightly different methods. Each have their own definition of floor area. And this created an interesting opportunities for developers. Because the 4 agencies measure differently, developers could sell certain spaces to buyers, even though those spaces doesn't count towards the project official GFA. That was free saleable areas for the developer. The aircon ledge is the most well-known example, but there was also void spaces above double volume living room, curtain walls, planter boxes, and bay windows. Each of these at various points were free GFA for developers, and the buyers will need to pay full per square feet for it. So in September 2022, URA announced a fix, giving the industry around 9 months to prepare, and from June 2023, all 4 agencies will use one standardized definition. That's what harmonization means, and this measurement is now all consistent. So now the rule is very simple. If you own it as a strata area, it will count towards the GFA. There won't be any more exception. Now let me walk you through the 3 changes that actually affects you. First, the aircon ledge. Under the old rule, the aircon ledge was counted as part of your strata area. You bought it, you pay full per square feet for it. As I mentioned earlier, that's roughly around 4 to 5% of your unit saleable area gone to the ledge that you actually can't really use it. In harmonized project, the aircon ledge is now common property. The MCST will maintain it and you don't pay for it. Second, the void spaces. Under the old rule, if the developer design a unit with a double volume living room, the empty spaces above the floor were sometimes counted as part of your strata area. Buyers were paying full per square feet for actually air. In harmonized project, this is no longer counted, so high ceiling units appear smaller on paper, but the prices reflect only the floor area you can physically use. Third will be the wall measurement. Under harmonization, all measurements are taken from the center line of the wall. For a typical condo with about 50 meters of perimeters wall, that reduces the floor area by about 30 to 40 square feet. The livable space is the same, just measured differently. So those are the 3 changes, but here's the important part that most people will miss. These changes applies to development applications submitted from June 2023 onwards. Older projects, even those condos that are still under construction today, will stay under the old rule. So when you visit a show flat, the first question to ask is straightforward. When was this project development application submitted? Mid-2024 onwards, harmonized? Earlier than that, non-harmonized? That one answer changes how you should look at everything else about the project. Before we get to the case study, and if this has been useful so far, do give a like for this video so that this video could reach more Singapore buyers and also owners. Now let me show you a real case study from the East. Tembusu Grand was launched in April 2023, just before the rule change, so it is non-harmonized. Emerald of Katong was launched in November 2024, so it was harmonized. The 2 projects sit literally across the road from each other, and both projects have a 3-bedroom plus study unit. Tembusu Grand is 1,173 square feet, and Emerald of Katong is 1,023 square feet. On paper, Tembusu Grand is 150 square feet larger. But here's something interesting. If you look at both floor plans side by side, the bedroom, the living room, and also the bathroom are essentially the same size. From my own analysis, the 150 square feet differences is actually concentrated in just two areas. The Tembusu Grand have a larger household shelter and also a slightly larger kitchen. So when we say that Tembusu is 150 square feet bigger, what we really mean is that Tembusu have more storage and also a bigger kitchen. The space that matters, your bedroom, your living room, your bathroom, is basically the same. Now let me show you the pricing side, which is where it gets really interesting. Looking at the recent transaction, Tembusu Grand 3-bedroom plus study transacted at an average of 2,393 per square feet. Emerald of Katong transacted at about 2,601 per square feet. So at first glance, Emerald of Katong looks $208 per square feet more expensive. Looking at this, it won't really tell you the full picture. So let me walk you through the way that I do with my clients. First, the post-harmonized adjustment. To compare a pre-harmonized unit fairly against a harmonized one, we need to strip out the phantom spaces. Based on my own analysis, I apply a 7% adjustment to the pre-harmonization unit per square feet, and that will account for the aircon ledgers, the wall measurement sheath, and also other elements that get reclassified. Apply that to Tembusu Grand, it's 2,393 per square feet become roughly 2,560 per square feet on the new measurement. And here's where it gets really interesting. The gap with Emerald of Katong will shrink from 208 per square feet to about 40 per square feet. So now essentially, the two projects will have roughly the same price per livable square feet. Now the more important number, the total quantum. Tembusu Grand 3-bedroom plus study at 1,173 square feet times an average of 2,393 per square feet will work out to about roughly 2.81 million. Emerald of Katong 3-bedroom plus study at 1,023 square feet times the average of $2,601 per square feet will work up to roughly around 2.66 million. So Emerald of Katong is actually $150,000 cheaper than Tembusu Grand in total quantum, for roughly the same livable space. This is the moment where per square feet alone will mislead the buyers. If you only look at per square feet, you will think that Emerald of Katong is more expensive. But when the livable space is essentially the same, what you actually matters is the total price you pay. This is the moment where per square feet alone will mislead the buyers. If you only look at per square feet, you think that Emerald of Katong is more expensive. But when the livable space is essentially the same, what actually matters is the total price you pay. And on that, Emerald of Katong is $150,000 cheaper. So which one will make more sense for you? Honestly, it depends. If storage and a bigger kitchen are priority for you, Tembusu Grand will make more sense. If a brand new lease and a lower total price matters more, Emerald of Katong is a cleaner choice. The key point here is simple. Per square feet is misleading in this transition period. Quantum is what you are actually paying. And this same dynamics is now showing up across the market, essentially for one specific group of owners. Now, here's what most owners haven't realized yet. If your condo obtained TOP between 2020 to 2024, you will likely be more exposed to the harmonization pressure. Here's the mechanics. Resale prices are determined by what buyers can compare your units against. When a brand new harmonized launch come up nearby at a similar price, with more efficient layout and also a fresh 99 years lease, your resale unit negotiation position will definitely weaken. That's the core dynamics. The reason this specifically affect 2020 to 2024 TOP condo units and not the older ones boils down to one thing: how easily buyers can compare your units against the new launches nearby. A 2012 condo isn't directly competing with a new launch because of the different price bracket, different remaining lease, and also the lower per square feet. Buyers will definitely not be choosing between the two in a like-for-like manner. But a 2022 TOP condo is in the same league as the new launch. Similar age, similar lease, and also similar per square feet. Buyers are making a direct comparison, and the harmonized launch often win on layout efficiency and also a newer 99 years lease. Layered on top of this, your unit was built before harmonization. Its floor area includes the aircon ledges and also the inflated wall measurement. You paid full per square feet for all of these. Meanwhile, the harmonized launches nearby might be priced only 5 to 7% above your unit. Historically, new launches command a 15 to 25% premium over comparables resale. That premium has shrunk significantly, partly because harmonized launches now offer cleaner measurement and also fresh lease at only moderately higher prices than the 4-year-old condo nearby. Let me give you some real example that I've been tracking. In Queenstown, Stirling Residences obtained TOP in 2022 and is currently transacting at an average of $2,513 per square feet. Penrith, the harmonized new launch right next to it, averaged about $2,750 per square feet during its launch. So on PSF wise, Penrith looks more expensive, but once you factor in the unit sizes, the quantum tells a different story. Stirling Residences buyers are paying roughly the same total price as Penrith buyers. And in many cases, Penrith is actually cheaper in total quantum for a brand new condo and also a newer 99 years lease. In River Valley, Riviere obtained TOP in 2023 and is now transacting around $2,914 per square feet on average. Zyon Grand, on the other hand, a harmonized new launch right next to it, averaged around $3,178 per square feet during its launch, and 84% of the unit was sold during its launch weekend. The per square feet gaps looks wide, but again, buyers were willing to choose the new launch because the harmonized units are smaller on paper, which keeps the quantum competitive with Riviere resale. In the same area, Irwell Hill Residences obtained TOP in late 2024 and recent transactions are averaging around $3,122 per square feet. River Green, on the other hand, is a harmonized new launch averaging about $3,129 per square feet during its launch, with 88% sold during its launch weekend. Per square feet wise is essentially the same, but the harmonized unit will definitely be more efficient, the lease will be a brand new one, and also the quantum often come out lower. The pattern is consistent. In all three cases, buyers choose the harmonized new launch despite a similar or higher per square feet, because the total price was competitive and the underlying product was cleaner. New lease, more efficient layout, and also a honest measurement. So if you own one of these condos, here's the most important thing to think about. If you are planning to sell, the pricing strategy matters more than usual. The biggest mistake I see owners making is that they are listing it too high, then chasing the market down with multiple price cuts. Get the pricing right on day one and definitely your unit will sell faster. If you'd like to know how your unit stack up against the harmonized launches in your area, feel free to reach out at 8468-8484. I'm happy to walk through the numbers with you. And lastly, if you are HDB upgraders watching this, here's the quick version of what you need to know. HDB have always measured by internal floor areas, that's the actual usable spaces. Harmonized condo now also do the same, so harmonized project will feel more honest to compare against your current home. And here's the most important thing for you specifically. When you compare 2020 to 2024 resale condos against the harmonized new launches nearby, don't assume that the older condos is of better value just because it is resale. In many cases I've analyzed, the new launch end up cheaper in total quantum, even with a higher per square feet. So always compare quantum and not per square feet, and factor in that future buyers will be comparing your units against the newer harmonized launches when you eventually sell. In a market still adjusting to harmonization, the buyers and owners who understand the rule will definitely have the edge. And now you do. Before you go, two quick things. If this video was helpful, a like and a subscribe would mean a lot. Do drop a comment with the project you're shortlisting or the one you own. I would love to hear what's on your mind. That's it, and thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.